Hi, this is Melissa from melissaversusfibromyalgia.com here. I am so excited to have a chat with you about my new course, You versus Fibromyalgia. So this is taking my experience and my research further. So in Melissa versus Fibromyalgia, my journey fighting chronic pain, chronic fatigue, and insomnia, I share everything that's worked for me based on what I've done for myself and my research. And now I am presenting in 7 modules a course where you can take the learning and start implementing things for yourself. I lost most of my 20s to pain and fatigue, the first half because I just didn't know what it was I was fighting, and the second half because I had to really claw my way back out of where I had gotten, and a lot of that time was researching. There's not a lot of good information, but there is a lot of information out there. I've heard people talk about the fact that there are thousands of research papers appearing all of the time, and yet we're probably no better off in terms of information than we were in the 80s or 90s, which is a real shame. People just don't know. And the difficulty with something like fibromyalgia is that we're all different. So what works for me may not work for you. So the least I can do is tell you what has and hasn't worked for me and present the research about it. And then you can think about giving it a try for yourself. I have enacted a lot of things. I do many things every day to be well. And so I encourage you not to be overwhelmed by the list. If there were a graph plotting the significant plot points, that would start with when I reduced my work hours and moved from a cold, windy city to a warm city. I moved with my family at 25. I was just really struggling. I don't know how I got through it. I was in a lot of pain, and basically my life had come down to this tiny box of going to work, struggling through work, going home and doing nothing else, and it was miserable. I moved, I reduced my work hours to 27.5 hours and cut my commute in half, and that alone made a huge difference. It took about a year to claw my way back, but once I had gained that space to be able to look after myself, I was able to research, and I have researched a lot and written a lot, and that's what I've been sharing the last 5 years on my blog and in my books. Now, Melissa versus Fibromyalgia book is everything I do and everything I've researched, and You versus Fibromyalgia is the course where I turn it around and say, here's what worked for me, now let's look at what might work for you. There's a ton of reading, there are 7 modules, there are information sheets, there are templates to make your own plans, and the ability to chat to each other and find out what worked for you guys as well. Now, I am going to run this course if 10 people enroll. So if 10 people enroll, then the course is sorted. It will run from the 1st of April. But I need to look after my energy levels, and if people don't want to enroll in this course right now, then I won't use my energy developing it further. The first 2 weeks it will be open, so from the 1st to the 15th of March, I will offer it for $69. Now, the value on the fancy course cost matrix that I've looked up is $125, so I feel like that's a really good early bird offer for my team. And it will involve all of these things, the modules, the information sheets, the templates, and a workbook of all of the information I provide, plus space to take notes. And I'll also include a bonus lesson on support for the first people who get in for the early bird before the 15th of March. So head on over to have a look through everything, have a look at the bonus content, have a look at the free preview from the first lesson, and I'd really love to have you join. Now, if you have any questions, flick me an email, hello@melissaversusfibromyalgia.com, or put a comment below. I'd love to chat with you, and I'd love to take this journey further with you. Bye.